Today's episode of The Mom Game is presented by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is, Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM-certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. I can attest, I got one today. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick.
And we highly recommend that you take that new car over to the nearest Golden Chick. If you go there before September 1st, you can get the sweet heat-inspired hot honey sriracha sauce. Very important we get that right. Hot honey sriracha sauce now through September 1st, coated atop Golden Chick favorites like crispy hand-breaded wings and the very popular Golden Tenders for a fiery flavor experience. So Golden Chick did something very cool for this. They went straight to the source. They asked their loyal brand followers on social media to vote on what sauce they wanted to see. They went to the people. This is the first time they've done something like that. And the followers overwhelmingly selected this new hot honey sriracha as the one that they wanted to see. And Golden Chick answered. The Swahit sauce was crowned the winner. It combines the bold flavors of garlic and red chili peppers with sweet honey, which of course helps balance that spice. Alongside that new sauce flavor, Golden Chick will also debut a first-of-its-kind combo meal. That's the Swahit combo, with 3 delicious wings and 2 100% tenderloin tenders covered in that hot honey sriracha sauce and served with a fresh-baked yeast roll, savory Southern-style side, and 30-ounce beverage. Get all of that and so much more at your nearest Golden Chick. And show us when you do on social media. We love our family meals over at Golden Chick, and the Mom Game loves when you support our sponsors.
Yay, Golden Chick, and welcome to episode 226 of The Mom Game. Welcome in to the Coppola Studios. I'm Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. We are together again.
Yay!
This is 2 weeks in a row.
It is.
You're wearing a bow.
You like my bow? I wore a bow in honor of Claire Smith.
It's very Claire Smith inspired. She influenced us in ways that she doesn't even know.
Did.
She influenced you with the bow. She motivated me to make a reel, which I've only done one since.
Oh, she did?
I just was like, I felt, I'm trying to get a little hipper.
Yeah.
And after that whole Pookie thing, I'm like, I need to up my game. I need to be more hip.
Yeah, you didn't know about Pookie.
I didn't know about Pookie.
I didn't really either.
But yeah, so I thought Claire was a good little motivator for us, old ladies.
She's cute. We've had some fun guests
She's
on.
adorable.
I feel like we could backtrack just a little bit because, Claire Smith, who is a superstar influencer person on social media, also married to Rangers infielder Josh Smith, and then Randy Mahomes we had a couple of weeks ago.
That thing blew up.
And we've seen that blow up. It was like on quotes from our interview on Fox News, on Yahoo.
Yeah.
Do I say that weird? Do you say Yahoo or Yahoo?
Yahoo. Yahoo? Yeah. What do you say?
I think I say Yahoo.
Yahoo?
It's Yahoo.
It's Yahoo? Yeah. But what do you say if you're exclaiming it? Like if you're going down a slide?
Yahoo.
Yeah, that's the whole, remember their logo?
Yeah. So you say Yahoo on a slide?
Yeah, you've gotta sing out the end though. Jules,
I go, I just say woohoo.
You say woohoo?
I don't do a Yahoo. Yahoo's strictly for websites.
Okay. Yeah, because it's Yahoo on the website, but I never am like, Yahoo! If I'm doing something, I'm like, Yahoo!
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
I never used Yahoo as an exclamation.
Well, maybe you need to exclaim a little
know,
more.
but woohoo's my thing.
Woohoo.
Woohoo.
Like when we went down the water slide at Epic Waters.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just texted my friend Sarah Melton. She was telling me something, and I texted her back, woohoo.
Oh, okay.
That's
woohoo.
my thing.
Yeah.
Woohoo. Yeah. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way.
Very important stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, Randy Mahomes, I guess you do anything related to Patrick Mahomes and it's going to blow up. But
Yeah.
it was on a lot of different things. The only thing that I was a little upset about is that, not upset about, but I felt like, a lot of people, just like we talked about, like, oh, people are not going to feel sorry for you, blah, 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 which she wasn't looking for sympathy. She was just telling us what their story is, which
Yeah.
is all we wanted from her, was to be honest and open with us. And she was. And, people are like, he's making millions of dollars and you put yourself on social media. So, okay, so if you have a world famous Super Bowl winning quarterback, then you should just be a hermit and,
Right.
not live your life the way
Yep,
you want. I don't know.
Ashley and I were just talking about that before the show started because I had the same
And it's
feelings.
like-
I'm like, she still has feelings and she's allowed to
Right.
talk about them.
I know. And it's like, whatever. Everybody just is so fun
people
to
are so
attack.
mean.
Yeah, I know. They're just, it is what it is.
Well, of course, like the headlines they drew out of it were
Of
like,
course.
she's complaining about
know.
being famous. It's
That's
like,
not what
really.
she was. She's just talking about there is a set of circumstances that come with it.
Yeah.
And some are great, some are not so great. Period.
And
End
when
of
she,
story.
when she was talking about it, I was like, damn, you're
Yeah,
right. Like,
I
that does
know.
sound
I know.
tough.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine being famous, like super
Yeah.
famous. Like it sounds awful.
I know.
It sounds miserable. Anyway, let's
We should
get
really tap the brakes on this show then. It's going to start
'Cause we're gonna be
skyrocketing
so famous
very soon.
I mean,
We're already on Fox News. And
I know
Yahoo!
paparazzi's gonna be everywhere. Okay, so some crazy things, speaking of famous people.
Uh-huh.
So they're shooting a television show on my street today.
Oh.
So it's called The Lioness. Apparently it's a really good show.
So
But
it's like already out and they're
it's
shooting
already
another
out.
season
I
or
think
something?
it's a TV series on Paramount.
Oh.
And I think maybe this is season 2. I don't know that they're shooting, but apparently season 1 is great. I'm going to watch it because I need a new show. But so it's called Lioness. I think it might be Taylor Sheridan, which is why it's so Fort Worth centric.
Uh-huh.
So they're using the home of our 2 houses down neighbor. And so in order to do that, our street, there's like, you've been in it, it goes into a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac or whatever, but we're on the corner. So they're blocking off the entire street. So I think there's 13 houses that are affected. And so they had to get, clearance from the city of Fort Worth because they closed the street and the in and out is crazy, whatever. So I get up this morning to work out and it's like 5:30, so it's still dark. And I just work. What I do is I get on my Peloton and then I turn the light off because I don't want to work out in the light because I have those big windows in my
Yeah.
exercise room, whatever. And so I think I'm fine because usually no one's ever up at that hour, so I don't have to worry about it, whatever. But starting at like 5 this morning, they started, hauling in
gosh.
catering trucks and the stars trailers and makeup trucks and
This is
equipment
legit.
and it's insane. I'll have to take pictures when I get home. I was in a hurry this morning, but it's insane. So right outside of our house, like if I look out my front window, there's 2 star trailers.
Oh,
like I don't
wow.
know who they are, but like
if
Nicole
it's what if
Kidman's in
it's
this
someone
show.
costume?
Oh, I think Morgan Freeman's in this show. Ash, help us out. Lioness. I
You
think
think
Morgan
Nicole
Freeman
Kidman has a
Nicole
trailer in
Ki-
front of your
I-
house right now?
I don't know, but so there are 2 trailers and they have two rooms in each one of them. So there's just 4 stars set up in front of our house.
Oh my
so
gosh.
it's Nicole Kidman,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, so it's called Lioness.
Yeah, how many
It's
seasons?
called Special Ops Lioness. So
Ooh.
it's actually kind of a like a thriller. So it is.
How many seasons? I think
This is the second
okay.
season.
Yep.
So it's Zoe Saldana.
She's really pretty. I think.
Yeah.
Yes, she's.
And you know who else is in
very
it?
beautiful. Miss
That
woman.
the Sheridan girl, the girl.
Nicolette?
No, the girl married to Taylor Sheridan that I told you I couldn't stop staring at her at a luncheon. She's so beautiful.
Oh.
I think I told you about this.
Yeah.
She's
I remember the girl you couldn't
Like, I
stop
can't stop
staring at.
thinking about her. Like she's so pretty.
Ooh,
Like
she's
in
got
that
a girl
way?
crush.
So
I
love
love
it. That girl. She is.
So
Yes.
then,
You'd make an
Smoking.
exception.
I mean,
Liza de Oliveira, Dave Annabelle.
did I make up Nicole Kidman?
No, she's
Okay.
in there. So Jill Wagner, LaMonica Garrett, James Jordan, Austin Herbert. These don't really seem like big ones. Nicole Kidman, and Morgan Freeman,
Yes.
and then Thad Luckenbill.
What if Morgan Freeman or Nicole Kidman doesn't want to use like the porta potty and they're like, would you mind if I borrowed your restroom?
What would you do?
You know what you should do?
Come
Emily?
in.
You should,
How would he talk?
You should open your home to them. Be like, oh my gosh, okay, so nobody's here but me and my
Yeah.
husband. house open.
They
if
would
you'd
use
like
it.
to come chill
They're all,
out.
like,
Yeah, we'll see. They
displaced.
have a magazine-worthy house.
It's really crazy, like the whole process. And I've done, I did, my stint on Friday Night Lights and the hit TV revamp series Dallas. Which
Yeah, you're a famous actress
but
too.
I have done these television shows before, so I know kind of the drill a little
Yeah.
bit how it works. Like they're probably shooting a 5-minute scene today,
Right.
and it's taking all day. Yeah. So, but they came to us and they're like, just want to let you know, we've gotten this permit from the city of Fort Worth and everything, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, that's fine. And so then we get paid each day. So I can only imagine what the people who they're actually shooting at their house are getting paid. It's way more than we are. But like even they call it an inconvenience fee. So every
Wow.
day that they shoot at this location, we get $500.
Oh, sweet.
But I'm like,
Like just for existing?
just for having a
You get
house on that
$500.
street. So anyway, I'll report back. I'll do some social media from there and see what I can find.
Ooh, are you allowed to?
They didn't say anything about it. I mean, we have all kinds of waivers and forms, and well, actually, I didn't read them. So.
Dave Annabelle
Let's see.
is
Fun to look at.
Oh my God, he's
Okay, slumber party at Emily.
So anyway, Lioness, I'm gonna start now. I'm gonna watch it.
Nicole Kidman, she'll come on the mom game.
Okay, so
can
they
do
shot
remote
Yellowstone
from her trailer.
out by me.
Yeah.
So they shot part of it on like the grass farm that I live on, and then they shot another part of it down the street in like Granbury. And it was so interesting to see how it all worked, but it was such a pain in the ass.
Oh, it's huge. Yeah.
Such a
That's
pain
like when I did Friday Night Lights. It was like way outside of Austin, and they had
Yeah.
this whole thing set up. It was crazy. So anyway, Lioness is
super
filming
cool.
on my street. So yeah, kind of fun.
I wonder if you're gonna spot anybody.
I don't know.
I'm
I'll
very
report
excited
back.
now.
I'll report back.
You
Okay.
need to post whoever has their trailer outside your house.
Yeah, I need to figure that out for sure. I mean, they're technically kind of on my property, but not.
Of course.
Okay. 4th of July came and went.
Yeah.
We were both at the lake.
Look at us.
I got the lake invite.
You did. How was it?
It was
everything you hoped for?
It was so awesome. And I was like, well, I earned the name co-captain while on the trip.
Of the trip or the boat or life or-
Just the whole
The house
weekend.
or-
Yeah, the house, everything. I was just co-captain.
Okay. You like this?
Steve was in charge. He was the captain.
That's
But
the-
I was right
okay.
there for everything. I was just anything that needed to be taken care of or done. I was co-captain.
Okay, so you were okay with the
Yes,
because
and
it wasn't like an assistant; it was like a co.
It was co.
It was shared.
Yeah,
leader.
sure. He's the captain. I'm the co-captain.
Right.
I gave the name to myself. So, anyway, but it seemed to stick, and we now have a group chat.
Just say like I was nominated or something. I think
No,
you lied.
I wasn't. I took it upon myself. Very aggressive. And so we have a group chat, and there's 6 of us on there, and I named it last night Captain, Co-Cap, and the Deckhands.
So that was Mike and
The rest of them are just deckhands. But it's Captain, Co-Cap, and then the deckhands.
okay. Well,
yeah.
I feel like in every like group, especially with couples and a trip, or you're all staying in the same house because we were in the same situation, like you kind of have those roles. So
Yeah.
why not just make
Embrace
them
it.
definitive?
So I did tell Jessica, my friend who invited us, I did tell her, I said she's really worried. that I'm gonna be a little too much. She was like, "Did you tell her I already know you're a little too much?" And I was like, "Yeah." I told her I was safe, in a safe space.
Oh, good. So they let you stay. The co-captain can bring a lot to the table. Like
Yeah.
somebody like you can really bring a lot to
Thank
the
you.
table.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
I can't bring a boat or a lake house, but I can bring co-captain.
Planning, meal planning.
She did all the meal planning, but like the execution of meals, like making of sandwiches, like you
Yeah.
give me some tasks, I will.
Because it's a lot. Like
It's a lot.
my Jessie, now everybody knows Jessie.
Yeah.
I love that. I can just say that. And she's a former guest of the mom game. So we were at her lake house and she is like the captain times a million.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to I was her deckhand, like trying to just be a good deckhand,
Yeah.
you know? And then her husband, I mean, man, she's so great. She's just like, go do this.
Yeah.
Go do that, you know?
She's got it.
I'm like, and he's fine with it. Like, he's cool with it. I'm
Whatever
like,
you say.
Yeah,
Love it.
that wouldn't go very well in my marriage.
Yeah.
But
same.
she's just like on top of it, and it's a lot of work with like kids and boats and
Yes.
and lakes, and you got to just to go out on the boat. It's like
Yep.
you got to pack your sandwiches, you got to pack your lunch, and then you got to make sure the boat's working. You got to make sure it has gas. Like, you got to make sure you can get it out of the slip, and then there's not too many waves, and then are there too many waves to pull the kids on the thing, because that could be really dangerous, and then what if the kids fall off, and then blah. So it's just kind of like a lot, but it was so, I mean, it's so worth it. It's so fun.
It's so fun. And I feel like the 4th is like the best time to be on the lake.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
And then we like shot off fireworks from the like the top of their deck or whatever dock. They have a second story thing.
Yeah.
So that was super fun. And then at night, the kids would be inside playing, and we were out on the dock, and we would play this game where we had the speaker out there, and it was like we just took turns like picking a song, and so we would just pass the phone around, and
that's fun.
it was so fun because it was like, I mean, I would play like Eazy-E, and then somebody's playing like James Taylor. Like, but it was so fun.
Like, in the kids pick songs too.
No, we didn't include the kids on that.
That was just an
They
adult.
were inside. I don't think the kids are ready for Eazy-E.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun, and it really did make me want to. But you just, like you said, you realize all the work.
Yeah.
But having a lake house would be so much fun.
It'd be good. It's like, I feel like the perfect scenario is like to like pop in and like rent.
I know, but so I did that. Remember during COVID when I was losing my mind and I kept renting lake houses?
Yeah.
Because I really thought I was going to lose my mind. And that's great too. Like, but like most lake houses aren't going to let you drive their boat, so.
And something about just having your
stuff and being,
like just knowing that you have a little bit of an escape.
Yeah.
Like Jesse and her family are staying there all of July.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely pluses and minuses both ways, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely benefits of having your own lake house, and there's definitely
I live on the lake, and it's amazing, but we don't get in the lake.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah, but I think if it was your second place, like if you're going there with the purpose of
more of a luxury.
It depends on what lake you're on.
True.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
What lake were you on?
Cedar Creek.
Cedar Creek. Yeah. That's kind of like one of the nice close by ones, right?
Yes, it's like an hour and a half.
The Dallas
from
Lake
Fort Worth.
Well. Yeah. Ours, we were like LBJ, like down.
Okay. Any other things we need to catch on before we need to get a little bit sportsy?
Yeah. No, besides that, fireworks do scare me a lot.
They do scare me too.
And it's like, I don't know, like everybody's drunk and it's like late.
The Roman candles thing.
Kids are around and it's like 10:30 and they're tired. And I'm like, I even had a point like me, Miss Laid Back person was like, okay, I don't even want to do this anymore.
Right. But enough.
It's like
yeah.
all the
Stressed
dads.
out enough.
Dads doing fireworks. I just don't trust it.
I know. I agree.
But we all survived.
Hopefully everyone survived. Okay, we're going to get a little sportsy. We got a couple things we want to hit on for sure. And that is brought to us by our friends at Tylock George Eye Care. I want to ask you, are you tired of wearing glasses? I was, so I got custom lens replacement from Tylock Eye Care. And it's one of many life-changing options from these trusted ophthalmology experts at Tylock George. You can see your world clearly from both long distance and up close. No more readers. Custom lens replacement from Tylock George is life-changing, and Tylock George offers 24 months of interest-free financing with approved credit. You got questions about your options, including custom lens replacement or LASIK, like Julie got from Tylock George? Schedule your free consultation at tylock.com. That's tylock.com. And we actually have an exclusive code, tylock.com/TMG. So use that web address if you do it online, or mention the Mom Game if you call for a special discount. And so we are reintroducing Tylock. Obviously, we told you a few weeks ago about the tragic passing of Dr. George, who did your LASIK and also did my first eye. Dr. Taj Nasser will be doing my second eye. He is also a very trusted ophthalmologist, eye surgeon, and he's going to take care of my second eye. So it's been a little bit of a rough time for Tylock George, but they are back on their feet. They're back in business, got everything squared away, and are thrilled to have Dr. Nasser to take care of these patients during this crazy transition time.
I was there yesterday for my checkup.
Oh, yeah.
And I am 20/20 all the way around.
Look at you.
Still.
So awesting.
I know.
That's amazing.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited for eye number two. I'm excited for eye number two because your eyes work together. So it's like I can't get the full effect of this first lens replacement because I haven't had the second one. So anyway,
so you'll be losing the readers.
Yeah. I mean, I don't use them much right now.
Nice.
I use them way less than I did before the first one.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm staring at, like yesterday, I was in the front of my computer for hours on end, and so I felt like I popped them in
Yeah.
just for a little bit because I felt like I was like, oh my,
Yeah.
too much for my eyes.
But yeah, that's what we want everyone to know. It's not just LASIK. Like
No,
they
it's
can
yes.
they can
You
help
can
you
take
if
care
you're
of
like
old
Emily.
people with vision
Old
problems
people
too.
eyes too.
So thank you to Tylock. Excited to get back going with them. Couple of quick hits, sports scores. Rangers, we are taping on Tuesday. They've won 4 straight. I mean, might be
Yay.
turning around a little bit before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
They're teetering on that are we buyers, are we sellers thing. So I think there is definitely a concerted push and a sense of urgency in the clubhouse. Like, hey, guys, we want to stay together. Let's give this thing a run. And not that there wasn't before, but things are starting to click more offensively. So it's nice to see them kind of get a little something going as we head into the All-Star break, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. And then I wanted to ask you what you thought about the Stars TV deal.
Yeah. It's funny because I had heard like little rumblings like that something like this might be coming, but didn't know what. And I think for fans, it sounds like a great situation.
And the
I mean,
Stars are kind of trendsetters
the
in this regard.
Stars, yeah, it's like Victory Plus or whatever
Yeah.
they're calling it. Not Plus, but it's like Victory.
I think it is Victory Plus, Victory
Sport,
Live, Victory,
yeah,
Victory
something. And it sounds like it'll just be a streaming service that's free for all fans, and you'll be able to stream it on your smart TV or your tablet or your phone and watch all of the Stars games that way. And I think they said something about like Dude Perfect hopping on to this streaming service.
Dude
too.
Perfect owns it.
Dude Perfect owns it. The Parent One company or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Parent One company was the big company that I guess is where all the money's coming from for this. And so that's pretty cool. And yeah, I know they have plans to like try and bring on other teams because there's probably a lot of teams that are in flux like they were, know, with their television contracts and everything else.
Yeah, that's it. Well, and God, how about the guys from Dude Perfect? I mean, they were
I know.
trick shot dudes from A&M, and now they're just fucking raking it.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Kelly's building a pickleball court for them in
Is
their
he?
warehouse.
Oh,
their new
nice.
warehouse up in
That's
Frisco.
really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I know.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Stars TV deal. I'm excited to see how kind of everything pans out, both with the Mavericks and the Rangers, to see, because it is a little bit of a different scenario because the ad revenue or the TV money guaranteed to the Stars is significantly less than the TV revenue or the TV contract money guaranteed to the Mavericks and the Rangers. So, I think it's $20 million a year or whatever. So that's what the Stars have to make up. Whereas I think the Mavericks have to make up a bigger chunk. So how are we going to do that? Ball. Same with the Rangers.
Like, I'm sure the Rangers, have plans, but like Mark Cuban's all over, whether it's this or something like this, but he probably wants to have his own, right? Yeah. It's like. So, it will be really interesting.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about. I just am excited for it to get figured out.
Yeah.
Like, there's been so much in flux. It's been frustrating for fans.
Yeah,
for sure.
and I was wondering.
I get questions about it all the time, and it whips me.
I bet, because y'all are currently, just through this season?
Yes.
And then beyond that.
Yeah.
It's not like it's for sure parting ways, but it's like it'll be figured out.
It's reevaluate after
because
which those conversations are still taking place,
right.
But yeah,
because the Stars had the announcement that they were parting ways, and 2 days later this came, so it was like they were waiting to have this probably all planned out.
Yeah,
but it'll be interesting to see if they still do post game shows. And it's like I was talking with Kelly. I was like, I guess when you have a streaming platform, you don't have 24 hours of content that you have to fill,
right?
But you probably want other content because you're trying to sell to make up for that amount of money, like you just said.
Ad spaces and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how that all comes together.
Yeah.
And don't the Rangers technically have a deal with MLB Network or like the MLB entity already? Mm-hmm. No. So, because
some teams do.
Yeah.
I don't know where it falls in, but they might have some sort of, but I don't know. It's hard. They don't. I think they have it for the streaming rights.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know,
because the
Super
NHL,
ticky-tacky.
the NHL and the NHL network and the MLB network are owned by the same people.
Yeah.
So when they were talking about taking all the streaming rights for the MLB, they were also talking about doing that for the NHL. So I'm just kind of curious on that part.
I can't remember what the deal is with the Rangers. I feel like they're within that RS. I don't know. I feel like every team is different.
Yeah.
Like as far as their streaming rights. I don't know how that came to pass. I don't know.
Because
it's
when
exhausting to think about.
The Padres and the Diamondbacks sued for their rights back, the MLB came in and took over those. So just
Took over the broadcast.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, and it could be the same. I don't know. It's no one wants to hear about it. No one wants to talk about it. Everyone's just like, just tell me where I can fucking watch my games. Like,
Yeah.
period, end of story. And so
Yeah.
I think that we're all like tired head, fatigued
And it'll eventually
by it.
probably all
And
be
the fans are
streaming.
that way too.
One way or another, it'll all get to streaming. I
Yeah.
bet.
Yeah. But it
On
is-
some various platform.
the times they are a changing.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, let's get a little newsy. Talk about the All-Star Game brought to us by Heartland Bread Company.
Yes, Heartland Bread Company, my new favorite bread company. It was founded by a former cancer researcher who could not find bread on store shelves that didn't contain harmful ingredients and chemicals, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. The stuff we're putting in our body and feeding to our children's all has bad all has bad stuff in it. And so they wanted to actually do something about it. And that's how Heartland Bread was formed. It was formed as the only store shelf bread in Texas that is made with no chemicals, preservatives, oils, and it's never frozen. The bread is delivered fresh to store shelves from oven to shelf, can also be delivered to your front porch. It's 100% natural and delicious. They are a true Texan company with a real bakery in Dallas. The bread is baked fresh daily, except for Sundays. You can also buy them in a grocery store near you. They've grown to over 180 stores in the DFW area and Austin. Those stores are Whole Foods, Sprouts, Kroger, Albertsons, Tom Thumb, and Natural Grocers. And like I said, they can be ordered online with delivery straight to your doorstep. They deliver to all 50 states. It is owned by a current NBA president, a former NBA player, a current NBA coach, and a local real estate partner. So I love it. Some like-minded individuals that wanted to do something about a problem that they saw about some of the food that we are often putting in our body. And that is how they got Heartland Bread. And I can just tell you, I've tried multiple varieties of this bread, and it is so good.
I can't wait till the jalapeno cheddar.
I
I got
know.
a test run of it, and I'm like,
I hope they
all
send
right,
you like the
let's
first
go.
batch. You're
I
so
know.
excited.
I'm so excited
For the
about it.
jalapeno cheddar. But
So
my
good.
kids love it too. They're just like, they ask for this Heartland bread now all the time. The grandma's white, I think, is the one that they love. And we do have a discount code. It is baseball in all caps. It will get you any of their delicious loaves for just $4. And the premium flavors are just $1 more than that. But $4 for these delicious loaves of bread. There is no limit on using that code as well. So
Yep.
why don't you stock up and show us when you do?
Absolutely.
Ah!
Oh dear.
We love you,
Oh,
Victoria.
Sorry, Victoria. Geico. Sorry. Done lost our mic flag. Okay, All-Star Game stuff. Super excited. It's coming up. And
Yes.
I have 3 events that I'm working, all of which I'm
tell
really
us,
excited
tell
about.
us.
So Saturday, I'm doing an event with Yvonne Gallardo, former Ranger, also local product, Fort Worth guy, and Kane Brown.
Oh, like the singer?
Yes.
The one that looks like Dak Prescott?
Yes.
But he's not Dak Prescott?
Yes, and he
Dak
had and he
Prescott
has,
light.
Yes, and
Uh-huh.
he has that cute little wife, and they sing that song. Thank God I get to wake up by your side. She's super cute. They're
Okay.
so cute.
And he performed at the Super Bowl.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like a couple years ago, I
When?
think.
Okay.
Huh?
He did?
Yeah.
know if he
Or
did.
something here at
Maybe like
AT&T
pregame.
Stadium.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
he did something.
I thought he did. He might have done the halftime show for Thanksgiving.
That's what it was. That's what
there
it
we
was.
go. There we
Yeah,
go.
It was something at AT&T Stadium because we talked about him on the radio. a lot.
Yeah. So I'm doing a deal. They're dedicating something at the Boys and Girls Club, and Kane Brown provided the funding for it. And so
Oh.
anyway, so I'll be there on Saturday.
So what are you doing with Kane Brown?
I'm seeing like the ribbon cutting on this this new part of this Boys and Girls Club in Fort
Oh,
Worth.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then Monday I'm moderating like all Legends of Softball panel with Jenny Finch and a couple of others. So that'll be super fun. And then Tuesday I'm doing the red carpet for the people who are like actually at the red carpet. So it won't be like on MLB Network or MLB.com. It will be for the people. I'll be broadcasting and interviewing the All-Stars as they make their way in on the red carpet with their
and so that'll be
families.
shown where?
Just in where I don't really know we're at Texas
Okay,
Live.
so
or
like
whatever.
once they go
So once
down the
they-
red carpet, they'll go into some room and hang out, and they'll be able to see your interviews.
No, as they're walking down the red
Uh-huh.
carpet, I will stop and interview them. It will be playing on the speakers
Gotcha.
and shown on screens
For all the fans.
that are in
Ah.
attendance.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I'm super
So do you know who
excited.
you're interviewing
I
yet?
have no idea. No, I think it'll be literally one of those just fly by the seat of your pants thing.
Yeah.
Like, somebody will bring them over to me, hopefully. And then I'll
You'll
ask
be great.
questions about, who
What are you
brought,
wearing?
who you wearing,
Uh-huh.
what's your insto for this outfit.
Right.
So anyway, I'm super excited about
Did
that.
you see, like, I wonder if, this is dumb, the NBA draft, like, the rookies and stuff now, when they were drafted, they all wanted to do, like, a TikTok dance. I
Oh,
wonder if you
yeah?
could get anyone to do, like,
What kind of it? Okay, I need to get hip.
but that'd be for social media, I guess.
But
But-
I could still ask, like,
If you,
should ask
just something to
Claire.
chew on.
You'll have to go with a really young one at that point.
Yeah,
in
like
time,
one of
though.
the
You're not going to be able to.
ones.
I don't know. Some of them have fun, though.
Yeah, that could be kind of
Even
fun.
the old guys like to have
or
fun.
just like something with their social media.
Yeah. But
Or
yeah, it'll be super fun.
Yeah, if you could, oh, here's one. This is fun. I like these.
Okay, let's go.
If you could use one word to describe your aesthetic.
Okay.
That's what the kids say these days is aesthetic.
What's your aesthetic?
Yeah.
Or on a scale of 1 to 10, how much Riz do you have?
Yes. I don't even know Riz.
Riz?
Yeah.
Riz is like swag.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Riz is a big player.
Yeah,
in
use
our
like all
house.
the dumb words
Riz.
you can. Yeah.
See, like how awkward I can sound as a 46-year-old woman talking about Riz and
Yeah.
aesthetic. Hattie says aesthetic all the
She
time.
does.
It makes me fucking nuts.
How does she use it?
Shit, like, oh, I love the aesthetic.
Yeah,
of this
see,
car. And I'm like,
Well, Taylor uses it,
who
so I
are
think
you?
a lot of
yeah,
girls.
of course,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah.
So anyway, super excited.
That'll be so fun.
Yeah, it'll be super
Very
fun.
cool.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about what's on your feed. And we've been holding on to this one for a little while because you saw this movie, and I have been seeing so many, like, especially Facebook posts about it.
Yeah.
Inside Out too. And I haven't seen it. Mike and Hattie went and saw it. And she thought it was good, and she didn't have any questions, or Mike didn't. And usually Mike's pretty like, in tune with stuff like that. He
Right.
didn't say anything. So I don't know if it
He
just
didn't say anything?
No, that it just kind of, he didn't really say anything about it. He may have fallen asleep.
Oh,
during the
here.
movie.
Okay. So I screenshotted this one quote.
Okay.
So you haven't seen it?
I have not seen either one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not big movie watchers in our house.
So just Hattie has seen it, but not Henry?
Yes. Hattie's seen I don't think Henry's seen it.
You
Yeah.
could take Henry
Yeah.
to see it. It was interesting. So it's a huge topic because the emotion that really took over in this movie, Inside Out 2, was anxiety, which is like something that is just I feel
yeah.
like that's just such a new-ish like thing that people
Especially with kids.
are struggling with, and yeah, it's trickled all the way down to kids.
Yeah.
And it's like normal and rampant. I don't know if it's rampant, but it's normal. And it's becoming, super common. So, and my son, I think, has anxiety. So I was really interested to see what it was going to be like to bring him to this movie, and it was just, I took him and Anna, and it was just really interesting watching him watch it.
Yeah.
He was almost having like a body reaction to the high anxiety scenes.
You really?
Like I was noticing like his leg like moving, like shaking.
Yeah.
And so like the main character, Riley, she has, I think it's been out long enough and I'm not really spoiling anything.
No,
but
you're fine.
she has like a anxiety attack during the hockey game because she's a hockey player. That's her whole thing. And
Okay.
she cared so much about this hockey game because she had the chance to make the team for high school.
Yeah.
And that's how she was going to have friends in high school if she made this team as a freshman.
Okay.
So it like all hit her when she was in the penalty box and she had like a major anxiety attack. And so you could see the inside of her brain and anxiety, the new character, this orange guy who's like, ah! He's like crazy looking.
Yeah.
He's like spinning, running
Tell
in
me about
circles.
He
Are
lives
you
in my
st-
head too.
Are you starting to shake? Just like Ryder was, like just
He
hearing
lives
about
in my
this?
head too. That anxiety man.
Yeah, I know he does. He lives in a lot of people's heads.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, so she has this whole like anxiety attack while in the penalty box, and it's super intense. Like the whole movie theater was like kind of sitting back and like dead silent because it's really intense. Because I think a lot of people do have anxiety,
Yeah.
and they're feeling this hard, and it's a kids movie. So it was just interesting for me to not only see Ryder's reaction, which was like a very like visible, like he was kind of like, oh my gosh, and then after we left, he was like, I feel that way when I play sports, Mom. Like
Ugh.
he related it.
Yeah.
And his major league comes out during sports, but also life, but mostly sports. And so the fact that that was a sports scene,
Yep.
he really could relate to it. But it also just made me think, like, is this good? Is it
Yeah.
too much?
Right. And
When we were growing up,
Yeah.
we didn't
Oh no, but
Think about the
adults
things in our brains.
adults didn't talk about anxiety then,
Right.
and so it's like I saw someone post. I don't read books, but did see someone. One of my friends was reading. I think it's called like The Anxious Generation.
Yep.
Which I probably should read. And then like John Deloney, who we had on our show, who's so great, wrote that book, The Non-Anxious Life. Like it's just I think a lot of it is stimulated
Mm-hmm.
by the fact that we have so much technology,
Yep.
social media, all of that, the evolution of all that has made. Do I think people had anxiety 30 years ago? Absolutely. But do I think it's more prevalent now? 100%. I also think we're okay talking about it.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of it has to do with just the advent of social media, technology, all that kind of stuff. And I think this is just the way of the world. So I get where some people are like, this is not appropriate for children. Why are we doing this? Blah, 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 blah. But I also, too, like for Henry, who also has anxiety, and he stopped seeing, he'll see his therapist if, he'll tell me. He'll be like, what, can I go see Dr. Jones? And I'll be like, absolutely, honey. But I wondered when he first started seeing her, this was several years ago, if he was going to be ashamed for me to like pick him up from school, and if he was going to be embarrassed because he was going to a therapist or whatever. And he's like totally fine with it. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't care. And so to me, I'm grateful for that he doesn't see it as this stigma. I talk about my anxiety all of the time.
Yeah.
Because it's part of who I am.
Yeah.
And so
That's true. And
I feel like
being in
there's
movies like this
that
helps kids feel like
to
it's
relate
less of
to
a-
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get it. And it's not like you want to plant those things in their head if they don't have anxiety. So there,
Right.
it's a
Anna was like, "What is this?"
right, like what?
She's just over there like smiling, like, "What the heck is
Exactly.
all that?"
And I think you're regardless of,
Yeah.
because Henry was seeing this therapist long before he was exposed to technology or social media, or granted, he watched TV, yes. Well, I guess he watched stuff on an iPad too, but like, he's not on social media. He has an Instagram account and posts like Bible verses and stuff, but he's not active or anything like that. So I don't know. I think it's definitely more prevalent for me. I wouldn't like be like, this is bad and wrong and all that. But also I haven't seen it, but
Right.
it has been a huge topic of discussion.
It has. Yeah. And I was just a little worried about, like, I didn't want it to overwhelm him.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to like start crying and he
Yeah.
didn't. And I don't think he was overwhelmed. I thought he processed it really well.
Yeah.
And I need to remember to like keep kind of asking him about it, because they probably won't just offer up how they're processing it unless you ask.
Yeah. But probably that really is valuable information for you as a parent, for him to turn to you and say, Mom, that's how I feel playing sports.
Yes.
Like that's valuable information for you.
Yes.
That is because now and then now you can arm yourself with the tools, to help him cope and get through it and all that kind of
for
stuff.
sure. And like we talked about with Ben, the Michael Young thing y'all said, like that really resonated with me, and I think a lot of people. And I can see where with a kid like that, it's like they don't need their parents down their neck, like on the way to the game and right when the game ends. If you're feeling that way on your own,
Yeah.
you have a little anxiety, Martian racing around your head.
And the thing is our husband's age demographic, they were raised where it was, you're
Right through
getting
it.
yelled at and you put some dirt on it and all that stuff. And it's, there has to be a balance in there somewhere, where I don't want to raise, for lack of a better word, a soft kid that's not able to handle adversity, all that kind of stuff. Also, too, though, I don't feel like browbeating him does any fucking good at all.
No.
So you have to find that balance, and it varies from child to child, right? Like, Henry may be able to withstand or handle something better than Hattie, or vice versa, and their personalities change. Like Hattie used to not give a shit, like she just was whatever. Also, it helped that she was pretty naturally athletic and succeeded a lot when she put in not a whole lot of work. And now it's starting to catch up with her, to where other girls that she's playing against are working harder, or maybe putting in more time, or maybe have more athletic ability, and then she's kind of looking around like, wait a minute, why am I batting 6? And I'm like, well, because you can't hit the softball, baby. Like, you need to practice. Like, period, end of story. If you want to be higher in the lineup, work your ass off. Get out there.
Yep.
So it's just, again, the joys of being a parent. Trying to navigate all this shit. It's just
All
a lot.
the shit.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. And this is the quote that I had because I wanted to run it by you, because this is the little character Joy on Inside Out, but like these things they talk about in these quotes are like so relevant for adults.
Yeah.
It says, I don't know how to stop anxiety. This is Joy talking. So
Okay.
this is Joy.
The main character, the hockey player.
No, this is
No.
Joy. So she's literal Joy feeling in Riley's head.
Okay. Riley.
So she's
that's
always
right.
happy. This is Joy.
Joy. Okay.
And she says, I don't know how to stop anxiety. Maybe that's what happens when you grow up. You feel less joy.
Oh, man.
Because they like shove Joy into a can and like put a lid on it when Riley starts puberty. So they're like, all of you old
no.
emotions that helped her get here, y'all go into this can and we're going to just lock you up for a while because we're here now. And it's like anxiety,
no.
jealousy. It's like embarrassment, like all the teenage things. So those are the emotions that take over for Inside Out 2.
Okay. Well, does Joy get to come out of the jar?
Joy comes out.
Okay.
Joy
thank
comes out of the
God.
jar.
Okay. Thank goodness. All right. Well, yeah, it's an
It's
interesting
a great
discussion.
ending.
It's well, good. I'm just
And
glad they let
There's
Joy out
more
of the
that I
jar.
didn't reveal.
Yeah.
They
Okay, good.
let Joy out of the jar. I was
Well,
like,
thank
no!
God. Thank God. I was worried about Joy.
Right? I know. We all need joy.
We all, oh Lord, we need more joy. Okay, we have Karen's Corner, but let's save it for next week.
Okay.
Because next week we're just pull the curtain back. We're taping episode 227 right after this, and so we have we want to discuss some evergreen things. And Karen's Corner is
Yes. It's pretty evergreen. These
pretty
things aren't
evergreen,
going
and I
anywhere.
can't wait. These are all yours
I know.
because you're the Karen, so I can't
I'm
wait.
the Karen this week.
I cannot wait to hear you just rail on all these things. So, okay, we will be back next week, 227. We've got a couple special guests next week. We've got a really two kick-ass moms.
Yes.
One is our microphone sponsor and a sorority sister of mine, Victoria Elliott. And then the other is a woman we've been trying to get in touch with for a while, Erica from Choctaw Casinos and Resorts.
Yep.
Can't wait to talk to her about juggling what she does and the kind of the rise of Choctaw and what that's been like, juggling all that, and see if we can't we need a mom game night out at Choctaw.
I know. So we're working on it.
Okay, working on it. Okay, so thank you so much for being with us. Keep us tuned in on social media. Post those pictures with our sponsors stuff. We so appreciate it.
Use those coupon codes.
Yes, all the things. All the things. All right, we'll see you next week. Mom game
Mom, give out.
out.
The Mom Game is proud to partner with local Geico offices, Victoria Elliott, proudly serving your local community.